Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. We all knew this was going to happen. We knew that eventually To was going to have something to say due to the recent events. The selectees or whatever you want to call it. The people that's been folded into the Hall of Fame, and we knew this particular one was going to spark controversy. Now, I gave my take on this, and I meant every word I said. Now, I predicted that there was going to be some controversy and people was going to be questioning the voters if Calvin Johnson got into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Now, let me say this, and I mean this to the fullest. Calvin Johnson, for what he did in 9 seasons, was amazing. And yes, had Calvin Johnson played, let's just say Calvin Johnson played 13 years. Calvin Johnson would have easily had over 100 touchdowns and he would have caught for an X amount of yards. Okay, so you hear a lot of arguments when you ask, hey, why is this dude isn't in the Hall of Fame? And one of the things that'll come out their mouth, well, he had a lot of meaningless stats. You know, he never played for a winning team and this and that. Calvin Johnson never really played for a winning team. I think the Detroit Lions went to playoffs once, and I think they got knocked out in the first round. Matthew Stafford has a terrible record versus teams over 500. Okay, so it just goes to show you that the Hall of Fame is a popularity contest or an ass kissing contest. There's no way in hell you can tell me that To shouldn't have gotten into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. They made him wait his third year eligibility, and he basically told them to kiss his ass when he didn't show up for the ceremony. He got sent his jacket and he went to his alma mater. So with Calvin Johnson, you have to put a lot of things into play. Yes, Calvin Johnson made it work. I stand by what I said. I think the Raiders should have took Calvin Johnson number one instead of Jamarcus Russell. But you do have to admit that Calvin Johnson didn't play on a winning team. But I'm just going by what the voters say. This is what they say sometimes when they say, well, look at the numbers so and so put up. Oh, well, he didn't play for any good team, so they're meaningless stats. Okay, so now Calvin Johnson's stats matter. So it just goes to show you the inconsistency of the voters. It is agenda driven. And I heard him say, why isn't Reggie Wayne and Torrey Holt in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, I understand that. Yes, Torrey Holt should be in the Hall of Fame, and Reggie Wayne by now. Keep in mind, this is what I don't understand. Tim Brown didn't go into the Hall of Fame, I think, to his third year eligibility. Or fourth. I know he didn't make it on the first ballot, and most people thought Tim Brown should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. Okay, but he didn't go. He didn't go in his first year eligibility. But Randy Moss got into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, and Randy Moss flat out said, where everybody can hear him, I'll play hard when I want to. He flat out quit on the Oakland Raiders at the time. He refused to really play hard. He quit on them. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. He flat out quit. You know, that's just real talk. But, he got put in on the first ballot. When did To ever say that he only play hard when he want to? So I'm just saying it is a politics contest. And this is why a lot of us believe that these damn writers should not have a say so, the sole say so, and who goes into the Hall of Fame and who doesn't. I'm just keeping it 100, man. So I understand where To is coming from, but I don't think he's hating on Calvin Johnson. He just saying, okay, well, hey, you put him in on the first ballot, and my numbers are, and To played longer, he got better numbers. So that should come into account. Like I said, To played his ass off in that Super Bowl on one leg. Randy Moss was a deep threat receiver. Randy Moss did not like to take it up the middle. He did not. He was not a catch and run receiver. He was a good deep threat receiver, catch the ball and run out of bounds. T.O. could do it all, pretty much. So I'm just saying, I understand where T.O.'s frustration and it. I don't think he's particularly hating on Calvin Johnson. He particularly, and he ain't even hating on the voters. He calling the voters out for their clear biasness and agenda. And most of these people going by what they heard. None of these motherfuckers was ever in the locker room when this so-called shit with T.O. was happening. They going by what they heard. And the catalyst for this is Skip Bayless. And I'm just keeping it 100. Skip Bayless is on the suspect list to me. I always thought Skip Bayless was suspect. But yeah, I understand where T.O. is coming from. But to me, the NFL voters have always had this finicky thing with wide receivers. Some they like, some they don't like. So, I'm just keeping it 100. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.